through your eyes, what do you feel the reason your group came up short tonight?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of reasons. I think in that fourth quarter, we slowed down. We got into early foul problems, and so then they go 10 for 11 from the free throw line in that fourth quarter alone, and just our ability to get out and play with pace the way we had been through those three quarters. I think that's what slowed us down, and they were able to throw some different defenses out there, but then our ability to get downhill, attack the basket, finish around the rim, and miss some early easy ones.
Your group's always been at its best when the defense is fueling the offense. How different do you feel the final three quarters were from that first quarter?
Yeah, they came out and they went on multiple runs, and I think those were the things that we've got to continue to talk about and communicate and show that basketball is a game of runs, that you got to keep the same poise, same demeanor, when teams do go on runs, but how do you stop those? And I think that's a big key for us as we continue to move forward.
The rebounding creeped up a little bit tonight. What do you see your group having to do in that regard?
In that regard, long shots, long rebounds. We know the threes that they take throughout a game. So just again, it's all back to the fundamentals: finding a body, hitting guys, and then pursuing it before you're getting out on the offensive end. You got to make sure you finish the possession out. A lot of those dagger threes that came were because of the offensive rebounding.
Jalen, how's he doing? And you could visibly see that he was upset. How frustrating is it for that young man who just fought to get back on the court?
It's beyond frustrating. He fights his tail to get back with us, and then hopefully it's not bad. And just we'll evaluate him when we get back to Orlando. But I just really think for him to keep fighting and stepping out there on the court with these guys is what we're going to continue to need from him.
Group hasn't had much time at home as of late, even though it's for just one game, just to get the Kia Center crowd behind them and play at home. How much can that help jolt the group?
Yeah, our fans are the best, and I think as us getting back home in front of them is going to be huge. Our schedule's been back and forth and in and out. We're out for a second, we're in for a second, then we're out back again. But again, our biggest goal right now is just to find a way to shake this one off, learn from it, and find a way to take care of Indiana on Sunday. Thank you.
Maybe, through your eyes, what did you see as the reasons your team ultimately came up short tonight?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You look at that first quarter, you guys played with such defensive energy. What do you feel changed between that first quarter and the final three?
We just didn't get any stops. And they got in transition, they got threes up. They got whatever they wanted. So 14 threes made, I think. So probably too many. Just not playing good defense at all recently.
As you alluded to, your guys' offense is at its best when the defense is fueling it. How do you get back to that level of defensive precision?
I think just all five dudes on the court got to make a decision that we want to play defense. I think that's it. We got to make a decision that we want to guard, play harder.
Jalen just came back from injury. You could obviously see on his face how frustrated he was to have to leave tonight's game. How much do you feel for him to have to continue to deal with issues like that?
A lot. We know how much Jalen loves the game. You can see by just how hard he plays, how much passion he plays with. So obviously it's tough for him not being able to be out there. But we trying to be there for him for as long as it takes him. Or we don't really know what's going on, but whatever it is, we know we're there for him. We want him to be on the court, but we know he's got to take his injury serious. And we're gonna be there for him. We're gonna play hard till he gets back, and we're gonna be there for him along the way.
Your group hasn't had much time at home as of late, even though it's for one game. How much can the home crowd help, fuel you guys and kind of give you that extra energy you've needed as of late?
A lot. The crowd helps when we go on the runs. We make big plays, so definitely need some momentum on our side. We just got to come out and play better. Home, away, don't really matter. We're just not playing our standard right now.